여기는 뭐 산이잖아. 뭐.
Over the bomas, you'll see some zebra.
아,
Right over there, we've got bachelor herd and grubby zebra. And I'm going to go kind of slow because you'll be able to see some greater kudu. I love these boys right down here. Oh, and a little baby Sinetonga hanging out with the greater kudu.
이것도 그런 거요.
Younger males. So how we manage our animals here at the safari park as a breeding facility is really similar to what would happen in the wild.
염소.
Look at the rhinos out there
저
too.
코 볼 수도
So I
있다.
can't stop on this hillside, but as we make our way, I'm just going to go kind of slow so you can see our black rhinos. We've got Aria on the left. That's a good picture right there. The sun going down on her. So Aria is a 5-year-old female, and then her boyfriend Kendi lives with her. He's 4, which is fairly young for rhinos because they can live to be 50 years old, and they've only been living together for about 10 months. So we're hoping to have black rhino babies in our future. As a breeding facility, just in general, we've been really successful, but especially with the rhinos, we've had more rhinos born here at the safari park than anywhere else in the world. Over 200 rhinos born. And when you think about gestation being 16 to 18 months, that's quite a few babies that we've been able to have. So I'm excited to have Aria and Kendi. They're like actually, well, the newest black rhinos. I was going to say the newest from other facilities. Because of course we have baby rhinos also here. But the rhinos that have 2 horns on their nose come from the continent of Africa. Rhinos with 1 horn from the continent of Asia. Now, as I was explaining about how we manage our animals, it's really similar to what happens out in the wild. The females stay together in the herd, and the males are the ones that move around. Now, the young males, the juveniles, they usually get kicked out when they're about 2 years old. And then those boys form their own bachelor herd because they're strength in numbers. So, here on the left-hand side, this is one of our juvenile bachelor herd of roan antelope. These boys are all about 2 years old. And what the boys do while they live together is strength in numbers, and then they kind of build up their strength and learn how to fight through play with each other. And then as the males get bigger and stronger, individual males will go back and try to take over the female herd. So unless we're actively breeding a species of animals like the rhinos or the side giraffes, you're going to be seeing herds of females or bachelor herds here in the park. And a nice beautiful view of the valley coming up as we make our way up
이제
the
비가
ridge.
좀 그치고 햇빛이 햇빛이 나고 또 먹구름도 같이 엎여 있고 그러네요. 지금이 오후 3시 43분입니다.
And then over here on the right hand side, this is our African forest field habitat. So we have red lechwe up along the back fence line. We have some roan antelope. So all over here on the right hand side of the trail, these are all female birds. And then we have our pelicans right down here. We've got great white pelicans and pink-backed
페리카나
pelicans.
치킨인가?
Pink-backed pelicans are kind of, I know, wouldn't it be cool if they had a pink back? They're actually grayish in color. I don't know why they call it pink-backed pelicans. I know, they don't have a pink back. But we got
새 종류가 틀려도
out there. So a lot of the species that we have here at the safari park, we have over 330 different species and subspecies represented here.
여기 문을
So over
열어줘야지
4,000
들어가는
individual
거야.
animals. And most of the animals are more endangered subspecies, and then animals that are considered a little bit more difficult to manage because, you know, we're kind of hands-off here at the safari park, so we've had a lot of great success with the animal species that other facilities haven't been as fortunate.
이 차를 지금 한 칸, 두 칸, 세 칸, 한 네 칸 되는 차를 여기 직원이 그 여자분이 운전하면서 중요한 어떤 장소에 서서 뭐 특이한 게 있으면 차를 멈춰서고 이렇게 소개를 하고 있어요. 여자분이 운전하시는 분. 여기 뭐 쳐다보고 있어요. 아이고, 이게 뭔 난리요? 그러면서 쳐다보고 있는 거거든요.
And with that copper colored coat and no horns, that tells you that those particular antelopes come from
어이구, 여기만 다 쳐다보겠다.
They have more horns, males and females, and so they come from a dry, hot climate. So there isn't much food and water.
필름이 다 달았나 보죠.
And so they need those horns to compete for their resources. So I saw some zebra, they were walking and stuff. You know, saying, this is our bachelor herd of grubby zebra. Ooh, we're right up here on the ridge, so that'll be a nice picture. So boy, so the grubby zebra, like I said, the narrower stripes. And so the stripes for them don't necessarily have them blend in to their environment. It's more to kind of like blur the vision for predators. So if predators were looking at a herd of zebra, it'd be really hard for them to determine where one zebra ends and the other begins. So that striping is actually called disruptive camouflage. And being over here too, we're also a little bit higher, so we get a little bit more of a bird's eye view of the safari park. And you can really see just how big we are. We are 1,800 acres, almost 3 square miles. So out of the 1,800 acres that we have, 900 of that is a bioreserve. So we're not going to do anything on that 900 acres except for protect the local coastal sage scrub habitat, which is what you're looking at when you look at the hills on both sides of the tram. It kind of looks like brush, but it's actually the coastal sage scrub. It's one of the most endangered habitats in North America. Most of Southern California used to be covered with coastal sage scrub, but now there's only about 10 to 15% left. So, of course, by protecting the local habitat, we're protecting the local wildlife, which includes the mule deer that we saw earlier. We also have coyotes and desert tortoises, bobcats.
저 아래도
You'll see some red-tailed hawks flying and
아프리카
turtle
동물들이
vultures.
보이고
Also,
있어요.
the only boa that you can find in North America, right here in 샌디에고 County, called the rosy boa. And so it's important for us to protect habitats right in our own backyard, as well as protecting habitats and helping wildlife all around the world. The other thing that you'll notice with the trees out in the field habitat is you'll see that all the trees have chain link that goes up the trunk, and then they've got rocks that go around the base. And those are in place to help protect the plants, because animals can be really rough on the plants out there by rubbing their horns or rubbing their bodies. And so we want to make sure that the plants are protected, because by rubbing their horns or rubbing their bodies can wear off that bark. A tree without bark, kind of like a person without skin. And our plant collection is more valuable than our animal collection. We have more endangered plants than we do animals here at the safari park. And I was mentioning about we have 4,000 animals. With the combination between the safari park and the zoo, we have over 9,000 animals, but we have over 2 million plants. Quite a few different species of plants. Some of them are
햇빛이 화창하게.
So we'll see the rest of our, there's some sable antelope and then some water bucks over here on the bottom.
저거는
So
뭐예요?
the
여우요?
sable antelopes,
뭐요?
and there's the babies out there. There's 4 sable babies. There's one really close. So I'll look here so just stop.
야, 저거는 몸에 비해서 뿔이 되게 크다.
Look at those babies. And then the ellipsin waterbuck. So you can see there's one ellipsin waterbuck that has horns. That's the male. The female don't have the horns because, like their name suggests, waterbuck.
어떤 게
where there's plenty of water,
암컷이라는
so they don't need the horns. But the sable
그치,
antelope come from a
저기
more
오는
dry,
게
hot
암컷인가 봐.
climate. So that's why they
여기
need those horns to
숲거든.
compete for resources. And then over on the right-hand side, you might be able to take a glimpse of our Ankoli cattle. They're the only domesticated hoofed dog that we have here at the safari park. They are bred specifically to get their horns as wide as possible. So Ankoli cattle have been known to get their horns up to 6 feet wide.
엄청 커, 몸에 비해서.
We also have the scimitar horned oryx. They're the
저거는
white
완전히 소요.
oryx up there with the
물수
tan neck.
여우.
That's our North Africa field habitat. So the scimitar horned oryx are native to North Africa, and they're really well adapted for life in the dry, hot climate. They can actually go 10 months without drinking any water. And then the ellipsis waterbuck. Here's the rest of the herd right there. So when you see the antelope, a lot of times you'll see them all looking in different directions when they're laying down, even when they're standing up. That's called an alert circle. And they're all looking in different directions so that nothing can sneak up on them. There's not a lot that's going to sneak up on them out here, though. We don't have any carnivores out there in our field habitat. We don't want to see that happen. Here's some of our camelback right down here. Long,
배터리를 쳐놨어요. 동물들이 나오지 못하게.